all of these presentations are hosted on coinlifestyle.tv, coinlifestyle.tv. So if you want to go there and see some past videos, I had people asking me about the ecosystem of cryptocurrency, and I will tell you that all of you can go there. I did host that one as well. But good to see everyone. My name's Tom McMurrain. I'll be your host today and be chatting with a couple other people around the world to let you know about their experience with digital currency. But why don't we do this? Take a minute and go around the world. Oh, you can't hear. I'm coming through. Joby, can you hear me? Joby says he can hear me, Tanya. There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Very good. So let's go ahead and do your introductions and let us know where you're zooming in from, and simply unmute yourself and let us know where you're zooming in from, and then mute yourself back if you would. Okay. Thanks.
Hi, this is Tarun from India.
Welcome, Tarun. Don't be shy. All we'd love to know is your name and where you're located.
Ishan from India.
Welcome.
Good morning. This is Tanya from Harrisburg, PA.
Good morning.
Hi friends, this is Ankit. I'm from Aurangabad in India.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Hello, this is Dana from the UK. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Dana. How are you?
Cool, all good.
Good to see you.
Yeah, great.
Basil Chetty from South Africa. Good evening to all.
Hello, Basil. Great to have you online with us.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Vivek from India, currently working in Dubai.
Welcome, Vivek. Great to have you online.
Hi, lovies. I'm Anna. I'm from Bangkok, Thailand. Good evening to you all.
Good evening. How are you doing, Anna?
Very good, thank you.
Great. Very good. Anybody else want to say hello? Well, with that said, we'll go ahead and get started here. Let me mute everybody out. There's Lee Oshea from Dubai. Welcome, Lee. Great to have you online. Again, the purpose of today's meeting is to better help people understand digital currency. If this is your first time, the goal is kind of to wrap your head around this thing and put some visions in your mind that help create some what I call frameworks as to what digital currency is and how you can profit from it. If you've been around a while, the goal is definitely to take notes about analogies that I use and examples of. It's kind of like painting lessons. I want to show you how to paint and be able to share it with other people to where they get it faster than slower. And I think that's the most important thing about digital currency. For those that are brand new to digital currency, it is powered by a technology called blockchain-based technology. You may want to write that word down, blockchain, because it's going to become a very important word in your life, over the next 5 to 10 years. In fact, just about every company that's in the transactional business will be disrupted or will be adopting blockchain-based technology in the next decade. They say it'll be the fastest adopted technology in the history of the world, which is pretty amazing to say that, considering we've all seen how quickly the internet got adopted around the world. But the focus that we have today is to tell you about blockchain-based technology, the basics of it, kind of give you an understanding of this unseen, very powerful, very disruptive technology. But then the second thing we want to talk to you about is the apps that will run on top of that technology. And many of y'all know what one of those apps are, and it's a company called Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a mobile application. It's an application that runs on top of blockchain-based technology that allows us to exchange value anywhere in the world with each other without using a bank. Now, I know all of you love your banks, and I know you love the fact that they treat you so well and pay you so much money on all of your money. But the reality is today, all of you can become your own bank and do away with the fees. And more importantly, you can acquire a currency. You can start acquiring currencies that go up in value. For example, I was reading a really great article about Ethereum this morning. This is a currency that I purchased back in 2015 at about $3.35 a coin. And I think we've seen it peak over $13 per coin just in the last, how many of y'all would like your rupees or your dollars or your pounds to increase 4 or 5 times in 1 year? Wouldn't that be nice? I've seen the OneCoins that I've purchased grow from 50 cents, 43 cents to almost $8. How many of y'all would like to see your $1 bills turn into $20 bills or your £1 notes turn into 20-pound notes? And that's really what we're talking about, is being at the right place at the right time, having the knowledge on how to pull the trigger. And that's really what we teach you, is we give you that knowledge on how to participate in this massive disruption that's going on in the financial industry. And I think you all will agree that there are problems all around the world with the financial currency system. And the big problem that we're seeing is that, people are simply losing money. They're losing buying power. And I'll just share a chart with you because I think it's important for us to get off on the right foot. I'm not just making this up. This is something that's very real for all of you, because all of your products and services that you all are buying are getting more expensive on a weekly, monthly, quarterly basis. Okay, here is a chart that shows the decline of fiat currency. This is the U.S. dollar, the euro, the yen, the UK pound, the Canadian or the China yuan, and the Canadian dollar. Does this look like a down escalator to you? Does this look like not the right direction you want the value of your money going? Well, I tell people it definitely is a big issue, because since I've been working, I've lost 40% of the value of the dollar. So what a dollar used to buy 30 years ago for me, now it only buys 60 cents worth now. And so, and y'all can equate that into your own currencies, because every currency around the world has done the same thing. And I like to start off the presentation with this slide, because this is what it's all about right here, folks. Okay. Many of you have been to a mall, a shopping mall, and there's say it's a 2-floor mall. You're going to have escalators that go up, up and down. Okay. Well, prior to 2009, there was only a down escalator. So if you wanted to get upstairs to the retirement store, let's pretend the retirement store, you want to go up there and enjoy the retirement store. It's on the 2nd floor. And for you to get there prior to 2009, you had to walk up a down escalator. So prior to 2009, before 2009, there was only one escalator, and that escalator looked like this. Okay, that's called a down escalator. All right, and you had to walk against it. And so that's like swimming upstream. That's like going against the wind. It's like trying to swim against the waves. It's something that's very difficult, and a lot of people don't realize it. But a thing called quantitative easing is making your currency worth less every year. Okay, this year the United States government will print another $1 trillion, and my buying power will drop by another 5%. Now, they won't change the number on the dollar bill, will they? They've never changed the number on the dollar bill. But you know what will happen is my milk will go from $3 a gallon to $3.15 a gallon. Okay? They'll adjust the price of products, and you know what they call it? They call it inflation. Well, inflation is a really good deterrent for the word depreciation. Okay? Or devaluation or dilution. Those are all very negative terms. Okay? Inflation kind of has a positive feeling about it, because you feel like you're inflating. Yeah, well, you're inflating the cost of your products, and it's making life more expensive. And so how many of you have gotten up this escalator halfway and come to find out there's an economic crisis, and next thing you know, the escalator takes you all the way back down to the bottom, and you got to start over again? So if you're going up an up escalator, folks, up a down escalator, how many of y'all have run up a down escalator, just kind of goofing around, seeing if you could beat the escalator? Okay. How many of you have tried to beat the escalator in life? Well, if you're working for government issued currency, you are trying to beat the escalator of life. Okay? It's designed to work against you. And that's the big aha moment that a lot of people have. That's why I like showing this chart first. It's like, well, no wonder I can't get to retirement, or no wonder my money's not going as far as it used to. It's designed that way, folks, to make you work forever. Okay? They like it when people are productive and paying what? Taxes. Okay? Governments love it when you pay your taxes. All right? And so they've designed the system in a way to where when it's moving against you, you've got to work twice as hard to get to the top to retirement. Now, post 2009, a guy named Satoshi Nakamoto published a software called blockchain-based technology. Okay? And that created the advent of what we call Bitcoin and alternative currencies. Alternative currencies means they're alternative to government-issued currencies, okay? And so when you look at OneCoin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ripple coin, there's actually about 700 of them, okay? So there's a whole bunch of them, but there's a few of them that are really, really big and doing super well. And you know what's cool about this, folks, is I don't know if you've ever stepped on an escalator and you just stood there and it took you to the very top without you doing anything. That's what's happening to people in our industry. They're stepping on to the right escalator instead of the left or wrong escalator, okay? They're taking some of their government-issued currency and they're moving it into digital currency. It's the smart thing to do, folks, okay? When all of a sudden a new tech, it's kind of like, you know, Dana, it's like, you know, the email comes out in 1992, 93, and you're like, nah, I'd rather use the post office. It's better. You know, I know it'll get there. You know, no, it's more expensive. It takes longer to get there, and there's no guarantee that it'll get there. With an email, you're guaranteed it'll get there for free instantly. You know, so it's kind of like a lot of you are fighting digital currency, or a lot of your friends are, and they don't even know what they're fighting. You know, if they saw this diagram and they understood it, and by the way, I have made a recording of just this slide. I made a recording that you can send out to people, and I'll be putting it up on my YouTube channel tonight. But I want you to show this to as many people as you can so they understand it and they go, oh, that's why you're excited about digital currency. It's like, duh, what have I been trying to tell you? I'm buying a currency that's going up in value, and it's increasing the quality of my life. It's not decreasing the quality of my life, okay? And so just to come across and get this point across to you all, digital currency is good. Government-issued currency is bad, okay, when it comes to getting you to retirement, all right? And I don't know if you are interested in running fast like I am, but if you run fast up and up escalator, guess what happens? You get to retirement a lot faster. My retirement egg looks like a 60-foot catamaran sailboat sailing around the world, going to see people like Dana and certainly Anna and, you know, all the friends I have around the world, and Joby, and pulling up to port and saying, "Hey, Joby, I'm in the harbor." Ha! You know, you got to hear Joby to understand that joke here in a minute. You'll hear it. You'll know what that's all about. But it's so fantastic. But let me just pull up a couple more slides, and then we'll go chat with a couple people. But do y'all get this? I mean, post 2009, let's change these dates. 1990, your only option was to use the postal service. Okay? Post 1991, you have a new software called email. Which one do you use? Which one do you continue to use today? I can't tell you the last time I mailed a letter. I mean, I hated going to the post office, still do, have no desire to go to the U.S. Post Office, okay? I think the only time I've been there lately is to buy money orders for people, all right? And nice people and all that. My post office, they're delightful people. I don't have an issue with them, but I just have a fundamental issue spending 55 cents to send an envelope to somebody when I can put it on an email, take a picture of it, and scan it and send it to them instantly for free, okay? So the question is that you all have to answer after watching this presentation today is, which escalator are you going to use? because this one is the definition of insanity. The one on the left, you keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. This is insanity over here. Folks, this is sanity over here. It just requires a little bit of education, okay? And I do want to mention also that if you go to, there's a website called coindesk.com. I want to show it to you real quick, because CoinDesk, for those that doubt that this is really serious business, that, I mean, the biggest people in the world are in this business. The biggest corporations in the world are cranking this up. Big corporates unite for launch of Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. That's probably why the price has been going up. See, we've got a blockchain startup for airline trade group rewards. That's pretty cool. Okay. You know, blockchain partners with the Securities Industry Organization. Citigroup is talking all about this. Russia's prime minister, blockchain could bring big changes. Okay. Just amazing, folks, when you look at what's going on in the world out there of cryptocurrency and blockchain-based technology. But I would encourage you all to subscribe right here to their free newsletter so you can get all of the articles. Former UK Prime Minister David Cameron praises blockchain technology. I don't think he wanted to be too transparent, did he? I don't know. Maybe he does. But, and you can, of course, see the price of Bitcoin at $1,185 per coin today. But how would you like to be able to get into Bitcoin at $8 per coin? How would you like to be able to get into Bitcoin at $7 or 70 cents per coin or $1 per coin? Wouldn't that be a great opportunity? Well, guess what? We have a company called One Life and OneCoin that basically looked at what Bitcoin did wrong and fixed it. And today, our community is probably 10 times larger than Bitcoin's, and we're growing larger than Bitcoin every 2 months. Every 2 months. So that's pretty incredible. But let me come back and we'll just talk to some of the leaders that are around the world. But let me jump over first to Joby if I can. Joby, how are you doing, buddy? Don't think I can hear you, and I don't know if that's me or you. Hold on one second.
Double me, my microphone was off. I apologise.
That was you.
That was me. That was my fault.
Awesome. So, Joby, let's talk about digital currency and you know, now Joby is traveling. He traveled about 20 plus countries last year, and Joby is a teacher of digital currency. So he goes around the world and he teaches people about how to create wealth with digital currency. And he's built a massive team. Financially is doing really well. And Joby, I'd love for you to talk about, number one, the background you came from, because you probably don't have a degree in teaching. I don't think if you do or not. And I know we got a degree in, you know, partying every once in a while. We've done that before in Las Vegas and UK and Wembley. But you know, I know it just makes you totally qualified, dude. But I love you as a brother, and this is one of the greatest guys in the world. Has a big heart for people and just has an enthusiasm that will make you smile every time you meet Joby. But definitely one of our leaders, as I mentioned. He conducts some pretty awesome trainings. He had an awesome one yesterday, an interactive training with a test and all that. Was very cool. All that was put out. But Joby, talk about your background and how digital currency has helped you solve problems in your life.
Oh, yeah. Well, amazing. Thank you, Tom. So I used to be a builder. I used to work on a construction site, being a scaffolder, and I was freezing cold, covered in mud and dust, and it was horrible. The pain of that was beyond anything. And then one day someone dropped a scaffold fitting from 70 foot and landed on my head. I was 1 millimeter from death. And I was homebound for about 18 months, had no way of earning money. I was so broke. I used to walk past the bank and the alarm would go off. It was terrible. It was so bad. I lost everything, my flat, my house, my girlfriend, because just couldn't support anything. So I started looking to work from home jobs and network marketing, and one thing led to another. I had a lot of time on my hands. So I had time to study. And when I do something, I'm 100%. I'm fully committed. I have to be the best at what I do and learn everything I can as well. So I got stuck in and started building teams. One thing led to another. About 2 years ago, I got introduced to this company, One Life, and I had 4 other businesses on the go at the time, different internet marketing things and affiliate stuff, offline business. And then 5 minutes of watching a video into this business, I phoned the guys up and I said, I'm in. I dropped everything. I said, I need to focus on this because this is huge. And I was already in Bitcoin. I had Bitcoin for about 4 years. But when I see this, it was just so unique, so different. And the owner, Dr. Ruja, just blew my mind. So I dropped everything, went to Dubai to meet Dr. Ruja, got all of my questions answered, and I knew it was right for my team to merge in. But digital currency itself has changed the way that I travel. Like I said, I travel quite a lot, Tom. And just for me now, being able to use digital currency when I travel around the world, it's just so easy. There's ATM machines popping up everywhere. There's all other people around the world using this now. And obviously, because we're teaching people about this, we can get them set up and start conducting transactions and stuff with this as well. So it makes my life a lot easier. And the fact that I can send money anywhere in the world to any of my team now for practically free if they need money is phenomenal. So it's changed my life, and it's changed the way I look at money now. I don't ever have cash around me, very, very rare. But I just love this concept and the fact that we're going to help so many people. All I'm about is I love helping people. That's my purpose in life. And the more people I can help and get educated on this amazing concept, the better. So I'm happy to travel the world and go beyond anything to help as much people get educated on this system as we can.
Very good. Let me cover a couple slides here, and then I'll have you do a couple and talk about the 3 or 4 divisions of the company. But folks, one thing that we're real big on is talking about the protocol of prosperity. And a lot of people wonder what that is. If you look up the definition of protocol, it's a set of rules. It's a way of doing something that that creates an expected result. But it's mainly a set of rules. It's a way of doing something. Prosperity is a state of success. And I know a lot of people in life are doing things that are creating what I call a state of mediocrity or a state of poverty. How many of y'all have friends that are creating a state of poverty in their life? You know, they're doing drugs, they're going out and partying all the time, they're not being responsible. Then you've got those that are creating a state of mediocrity. Those are the ones that are going to work every day and doing the same job. They're doing that insanity track where they're expecting a different result. Every day they go to work, they think they're going to get ahead. And then what happens? The brakes go out on the car, or the transmission goes out on the car. Then they got to get a loan, and they got to pay on that loan for the next 2 years to fix their car. And by the time that loan's paid off, they got another auto repair, you know, or they got a house repair. I remember when Laura and I were struggling a bit, and our air conditioning unit went out on our house, and to replace it was $9,000 to replace it. And I remember we paid for that air conditioning for almost 2.5 years on credit. And I just said, you know what? That'll never happen again. I think after all the interest charges and everything, we paid about 12 grand for that air conditioning unit. It'll last 15 years, of course, but you know, another 15 years, you're looking at another 10 grand. By then it'll be 15 grand with the way our dollar's going. But I want a currency that works for me. I don't want a currency that works against me. And so the people that are creating a protocol of mediocrity, these are the people that we're after. These are the people that were like, do you want to do something different? Would you like to do something that works better than what you're doing? And if the answer is yes, watch this video. Okay? Once they watch the video, then let's get them on a Zoomcast and let them meet our members from around the world. Just join the conversation. That's all we're asking. Let's pretend the internet just came out. And, you know, Anna, I want you to get excited. Knowing what you know about the internet today, I want you to get as excited as you would be if I could take you back to 1991, sit you down with Tim Berners-Lee, and let Tim Berners-Lee say, Anna, guess what? I've invented the internet. Okay. Well, folks, I got news for you. Blockchain-based technology, Don Tapscott calls it the single greatest technological revolution of our lifetime. That means it will be bigger than the internet. Okay. So it's kind of like, man, I just want to get excited about this new technology and share with people how they can profit from it. And that's what I did during the 90s. I made so much money during the 90s with internet companies and investing in internet companies. It was the greatest, probably the greatest decade of my life, I'd have to say. And, you know, looking on what's going on with this, I got a feeling the next 5 years to 10 years is going to be the absolute greatest decade of my life, because I'm an action taker. I like pulling the trigger. I like taking risks. I like learning new things. I like being a pioneer. I don't like being a sheep. I don't want to stay with the herd, okay? I want to be ahead of the herd, okay? And so, you know, when we look at One Life, we're going to introduce you to a company today that is one of the fastest growing companies in the world, okay? And to give you an idea, there's only 80,000 of us in India right now, so I think we've got some room to grow in India. In Pakistan, there's probably less than 20,000 people. There's 200 million people in Pakistan. You know, in China, we have 1 million people, okay? We're growing all over the world, folks. We've got 2.9 million people, and we're growing by 150,000 people per month. We are the highest paid teaching sales force in the world, okay? And our company has done $1 billion in revenue faster than any company in the world ever, faster than Jeff Bezos, okay, with Amazon, faster than Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook, faster than Bill Gates, faster than Larry Ellison, faster than Richard Branson, faster than anybody in the world, okay, faster than Steve Jobs. Does that intrigue you? And guess what? We can also show you how to get stock or equity in the company as well before it goes public. How many of you would like to be introduced to Sergey Brin in 2002? Raise your hand. How many of you all would like to get to know Mark Zuckerberg in 2004? If I could take you back in time, how many of you would go to work for Facebook right now? Okay, knowing how rich those people became because of that social media platform called Facebook. So One Life, which is the name of the company, will show you how your lifestyle can determine your work style, okay? A lot of you, your work style determines your lifestyle. You got to ask for permission for vacations, okay? You got to go to work to pay off the bills. Wouldn't it be nice to have 5 or 10 years worth of income saved up to where if you wanted to take a couple of years off, maybe to get your health back in order, maybe you'd like to do that, you know? But if you're tired of your work style creating your lifestyle, folks, we've got a solution for you. We got answers for you, okay? And it's a new technology called blockchain-based technology that's revolutionizing the financial markets, and you can profit from it right now. So we just simply ask people, join the conversation of cryptocurrency, because education creates awareness. Awareness allows you to see the opportunity, but it'll be your action that allows you to seize the opportunity. That's one thing we cannot do for you, okay? But as I mentioned, the similarities of what created the internet or the World Wide Web, which is called TCP/IP. Tim Berners-Lee introduced that in 1990. TCP/IP connected computers to create the World Wide Web. It's an unseen technology that most of you are unaware of. Most of you can't explain how it works, but you all use websites and mobile phones every day. The first technologies that came out of TCP/IP was ISPs, browser, and email. These were the first applications. Then came websites and e-commerce, and today mobile banking, payments, all of that became a reality because of Tim Berners-Lee of connecting computers with TCP/IP. That's an unseen technology, folks. Most of you don't even know what it is, okay? Well, guess what? Blockchain is going to be the same way. It's going to be an unseen technology. Most of you won't know how to program it or how to work it or whatever, but it will change your life because you will purchase digital currencies that are built on the blockchain, and they will make you rich, okay? And at the end of the day, folks, I know every single one of you would like to be rich. People hate that word. I go, I don't hate that word. I embrace that word. I want to be wealthy. I want to be rich. I want to be free. I don't want to have a care in the world. I want to be able to go help people around the world. I do not want money to be the source that stands in my way of doing all of the things I want to in life. Okay? Blockchain creates the world's most powerful accounting transaction log, and it's an online matrix of balances, checks and balances, a plus column, a negative column, and a running balance column. It's running on millions of computers around the world. Now, the first applications that come out of blockchain-based technology were e-wallets, exchanges, and currencies. Well, we've got a lot more coming out of the blockchain. We've got musical recording companies. We've got Ubers. We've got Airbnbs. There's all kinds of new companies being formed on the blockchain today, and it's going to revolutionize any company that charges a fee or captures your data and sells your data to somebody else. There's blockchain-based Facebooks already being built, folks, where they can't steal your data and sell it off to the highest bidder, okay? E-commerce and businesses are now starting to accept cryptocurrency as well. That's a big deal, folks. Usability and the trust that there's value behind this. Some people call it vapor money, okay? It's not as much vapor money as the U.S. dollar is. I mean, the U.S. dollar is worthless, folks. I mean, if you look at our balance sheet, we have 20 trillion in debt. We have 5 trillion in assets, and we don't have enough tax revenue to pay the interest on our debt, okay? Our money is worthless, but what makes it work is people trust there's a value amongst each other. And it's the same thing with cryptocurrency. It's no different, okay? People say, well, what backs it? Is there any assets that back cryptocurrency? I said, dude, there's no assets that back any currency, okay? So, I mean, you want to try and be smart with me, you got another answer coming, all right? But be your own bank, folks. That is what the new reality is. The new we had a guy on the other day from Greece, Nick, and it was such a joy to watch him become his own bank and do a bankless transaction. I mean, the guy, after what Greece has been through and how banks have treated all the Greece citizens, I mean, that guy, I mean, I got to tell you, it looked like he was a 5-year-old and he saw his first teddy bear. I mean, the dude was so happy to know that he could actually become his own bank and transact value without using a bank. And that to me is just something that's very exciting. But let me see if I still got Joby on here. Joby, I'm going to have you chat about the nuts and bolts, but I want to see if you're unmuted real quick. Let me find you. You there, Joby? Unmute. Now you are. Joby.
Yes.
You want to talk about the nuts and bolts of our business and some of the important stuff and go through the next 4 or 5 slides for me?
Yeah, of course we can. No problem at all. So when you join, guys, you can start off with just getting free accounts to get yourself in. Always set people up with free accounts so they can come in, have a look at the legalities of the company, look at the audit reports, and then once you're ready to go and you're educated, you've got 14 days to activate your account. Once you do that, you've got a one-time purchase. Whatever package you can afford, I would highly recommend that you do that. If you can afford a 10,000 package, don't get a 1,000 package. Or if you can afford a 1,000 package, don't get a 500 package, because you're going to miss out on coins. And this is probably the biggest opportunity of our lifetime. And when you've got more coins, and you're going to be able to potentially create more wealth doing this as well. So you've got two options when you come in. You can be totally passive, and you can sit back, let the coin value and the business do its work, and then when the time is right for you, you'll be able to start spending your coins within the Deal Shaker and other platforms that will be coming. Or you can do what Tom and I are doing, and Lee. We're building teams internationally and all over the world. And when you do that, you can start getting paid every single Monday. We love Mondays. Mondays is our best day of the week. So if you want to get paid and start earning some extra money, I'm actually doing a program at the moment. We're teaching people how to come in and start earning money. It's quite funny, actually. I put a post out the other day who wants to earn an extra 200 to 500 per week. I had the ambassador of the company message me, Kari, and he said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Why are you promoting sales?" I said, "I'm not. We're teaching people how to start at smaller levels, come in and start earning extra money." And he was a bit shocked by that, because what we're doing, we're creating curiosity. So it's a good way for you to do that as well. So you want to follow Tom's simple 3-step protocol of prosperity. Show someone a 15-minute video. It's very, very easy. Can you press play? If so, you're qualified to join our team. Get them on Zoom so they can start hearing about this and listening to Tom. Tom is a best-selling author and he's one of the leading industry experts in the whole world. There's no one better to explain this concept and this business than Tom. So use Tom as much as you can, because he puts on his webinars for you to learn. And then do a freeway call with your upline to talk through the business as well. Okay, so we are the #1 leading business in the industry, and we're creating something that's never been done before. So it's an untouched water. So is there going to be bumps along the road? Absolutely. But if you're thick-skinned, you're looking to, and you're 100% committed to earn more money, we can show you how to do that as well. So what you want to do, our main focus is education. We're teaching people about cryptocurrency and finance and the future to come. So we want you to come in, start creating coins, start your mining process, get educated. The more educated you are, the more competent you are. The more competent you are, the more confident. This is when you begin to start talking to people and start bringing people and building your team as well. If you start bringing merchants on board as well, you've got an opportunity to earn from merchants and people accepting the currency. The more we can get the currency into circulation, the higher the value can potentially rise to as well. So it's up to you. Get yourself started, guys. Get educated. Start your mining process. Get as many coins as you possibly can. One Life is our main umbrella of the company. So this is the network of the company. This is where you log in. You have all of your database. And we want you to start getting educated on this as well. So you are becoming your own bank. Become the investment banker of the cryptocurrency. Bring the currency into circulation. So what you're doing when you actually put your capital in, you'll put it in for obviously education, and you're putting the capital in to help bring the currency into circulation. So you're putting the energy in for the computers, the rigging, the electricity. It all ties in, and that's how you can gain your coins at a deep discount as well.
Hey, Joby, I want to add to this. Most of y'all know what the Chamber of Commerce is. Around the world, there's a Chamber of Commerce for businesses, and I think it's just about in every country or some type of international, Chamber of Commerce. But I want y'all to kind of envision that One Life is a Chamber of Commerce of individuals that are interested. These are entrepreneurs that are interested in cryptocurrency. And there's 2.9 million of us, and we're growing by 150,000 people a month. But when you think about that, we kind of share similar values to, say, the Chamber of Commerce, because we're interested in helping each other create more business for each other. We're interested in educating people how they can make their businesses better. And I like to tell people that One Life is kind of like a Chamber of Commerce. Some people call it a social networking community. But I think we're a little bit more than that, because, as I say, we are among the next generation of leaders that are teaching people the next form of payment, the next methodology of finance. We are the pioneers of that industry, and the difference between us, Joby, is of course we have our own coin. The Chamber of Commerce doesn't have its own coin yet, so I'd say we're ahead of them. So why don't you talk a little bit about OneCoin and our digital currency?
Yeah, no problem. So OneCoin have come out and we've created something very unique. We don't follow the Bitcoin algorithm. We've come out with our very own unique algorithm, and we're producing the most coins out of any cryptocurrency. We're producing 50,000 coins every minute. Our currency is now the #1 cryptocurrency in the world due to the amount of miners we have and the amount of coins we have as well. Our market capitalization dwarfs every single cryptocurrency in circulation. So we are the #1 cryptocurrency in the world. So if you're looking at this for the very first time, you're looking at something simply incredible. I've never seen a business of this magnitude and this exciting before either. I'll just show you a quick video so you get a quick insight of how powerful and how exciting this business really is, guys. I'm super pumped to be talking about it as well. So
I also want to mention when you think about having our own currency, think about PayPal. When it first got started, PayPal had kind of this thing where people traded money value back and forth with an email address. Of course, it was dollars, but when you think about OneCoin, we're kind of like our own PayPal, but instead of using a government-issued currency, we use our own. So take 2 minutes to watch this video and learn about what OneCoin is. Turn it up.
What is OneCoin? Millions of people around the world are mining OneCoin today. The reason? It's a platform for innovation that changes the financial industry. Put simply, it gives instant access to easier, faster, and low-cost financial services. You do not need to go to a traditional financial institution or escrow agent to send money to your loved ones. Fast. We make transactions every minute, hence you are able to send money from any part of the world to another in a minute. Easy. Everyone can transfer money with OneCoin. You only need your phone to do so. Safe. And most importantly, mining the coin, transferring money, and making payments with OneCoin is absolutely safe. When joining OneCoin, we automatically create an e-wallet for you. Because of our centralized model, we take care of all technical aspects, ensuring that your mined coins are safe. What's more, to prevent money laundering, identity theft, financial fraud, and terrorist financing, OneCoin has implemented KYC, Know Your Customer procedures, thus preventing any possible misconduct by its clients. OneCoin also became the first cryptocurrency with a monthly audit of its blockchain. People join OneCoin for a reason: to learn about cryptocurrency, to mine the coin, to transfer money, to make payments without the need for expensive or unsafe intermediaries, to deposit money, and to save over 80% in remittance costs. Use OneCoin to save your time and money every time you need financial services. Inspired by Dr. Roger Nettler's strong vision to provide access to financial services for everyone, regardless of income, social status, and ethnicity, OneCoin has become a global company with a community of thousands of miners worldwide in just over a year. One world, one coin. Join the financial revolution.
So by the way, that's the first video that's on the video string of aboutonelife.com. If you go to aboutonelife.com, that's the first video that plays. So when you show it to people, it's kind of like, okay, that's a cool concept, but what's the mission behind it? And then the next video that comes up is a 16-minute video called The Future of Money. And I think you'll really like that video. But really, if somebody invests 20 minutes in watching our videos, probably a good chance they're going to want to come here from some of the people, that we have online with us. But I wanted, let me jump over to see if Lee Oshea is available for a minute. See if he can chat, and then Joby, I'll come back to you. But let me find Lee. Lee, are you able to talk?
I'm not sure my mic's working.
You're loud and clear, man. Sounds good.
Hey,
how are you, buddy? So we've got Lee is a pretty good read of people and in the business that he's in. He's a marketing director, international marketing director of 11 hospitals out of Dubai, and very enthusiastic about digital currency. But Lee, if you wouldn't mind, I mean, when you look at people in the medical industry, I mean, who's real and who's not, but you've been around, I guess, now for 2 years, and you've watched Dr. Rusha, the founder of our company, build what I think is something amazing. The fastest company in the world. We've broken so many sales records. We're the fastest company in the world to do $1 billion in revenue. We're in 190 countries. We've held 5 events in excess of 5,000 people in 5 major cities. One event had 11,000 people. She's built a customer service center of that services 194 countries. I mean, this woman has pulled off. I mean, she's broken just about every financial record in business at age 36, is I think when she started this company, when she was 36 years old. And she had a baby, and she set up 5 corporate offices around the world, and she had a baby during the same time. But would you mind sharing with people about your views about Dr. Rusha and also the website where they can find the facts about her as well?
Sure, Tom. Thanks very much. Oh, wow. Dr. Rusha. I mean, can you believe that this lady in 2 years has got the love of the people? 3 million accounts worldwide, 12 million actually registered, but 3 million active in 194 countries, and did all this in 2 years. Was guest speaker at the EU summit, has had countless interviews with fintech companies, gets main page spreads in the financial IT. The list just goes on. This lady has managed to take cryptocurrency, which was something that nobody understood, bring an educational model in, and introduce it to 3 million new members that knew nothing about cryptocurrency, and introduced it to 194 countries with an average of 3,000 people per day and increasing. This is somebody who is very, very special. And, don't put my word on it here, but I think this lady is going after, world peace, and who knows, she might be up for one of those peace awards in time. But, what a lady, huh? What a lady, what a success story.
By the way, the video, the About One Life video, has a 38-minute speech by her from the Thailand conference and the sit-down interview that she did about the blockchain and about OneCoin. So if you want to learn more about her, go to aboutonelife.com and watch the full 90 minutes of videos. I think you'll be very impressed by this woman and her vision to basically help the unbanked come onto our banking system. But more importantly, she wants to build a global reserve cryptocurrency. And I think it's important that we mention, folks, this is not an investment scheme. I had somebody the other day, they're like, okay, so I want to put my money in 90 days. I want to take it out and I want to be rich. That's not what we're doing, folks. That's not the purpose of OneCoin. The purpose of OneCoin is for you to come in, purchase a educational package, get access to our mining tools, and ultimately, get coins at, say, $1 a piece. And when they hit your account, they become spendable at $8 a piece right now at our current value. She wants to create value in your life. It's not an investment pump and dump scheme, just so you know. And I want to be very clear about that. And I say that all around the world because I think people have the wrong expectations of it's kind of like, I want to get off the Titanic successfully. I want to get away from money that's losing value. And then I get it safely in a rowboat and I go, no, I think I'd rather be on the Titanic, and I want to take my money all back to the Titanic and go down with the ship. Okay? So I want you to envision that for a minute, but got some amazing qualifications here with Dr. Rusha. And I got to tell you what, the more you learn about this woman, the more impressed you will be. Lee, let's talk about the packages real quick. I was just there right there, but let's chat about these different packages and how people can get involved. I heard Joby say set up a free account, and once you have your free account, then you've got to make a decision, Lee, of purchasing a package. And maybe you can talk to people about how you came into it and how that's worked out for you.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so 2 years ago when I found the company, I was really interested, as we've just spoke about Dr. Rusha. I loved her vision, but I couldn't quite understand what she meant by a global cryptocurrency reserve and you know, this blockchain technology. So I needed education. So I was actually searching, and I myself got a free account. Went in the back office, you know, wanted to see what all the components were. And then I decided, you know what, I really want to get education because I can see that cryptocurrency is, you know, the future of payments. So what she's done, and I love this about the packages, is she's tailored it for everybody's pocket. And what I mean by that is, if you can't quite afford the most expensive educational package, then you can just kind of drop down. If you're a networker and you like to do that, then you can bring other people in, get them educated, and you know, the company rewards you very well, and you can increase on your packages. So the first one, the starter, which is required by anybody that's in the UK, this will give you the first level of education. This is the core of what she's doing. She wants to educate us on how to profit with cryptocurrency. Now, as each level of education goes up in price, it unlocks, you know, the next educational process in our academy. So the higher you go, the higher education you'll get. The higher education you get, the more profit you're probably going to get. So each one comes with, you know, its own unique selling point. And you will notice we talk about the Tycoon. When I joined 2 years ago, that was the highest package at the time, and I fell in love with Dr. Ruja and the company instantly, so I wanted the highest package. Now guys, that cost, I wouldn't say cost, that initial outlay of 5,500 euros gave me all the education of the academy at the time. Took me a couple of months to get through it, and that now has, you know, gone into hundreds of thousands of euros. But there's good news, guys. There's good news. If you've missed out from 2 years ago and you come in now, the higher the packages will actually be able to bring you back to when I first started, because each package of education allows you to get tokens and the coins at deeper discount. Let me say that again. The higher the package allows you to get more tokens and coins at a deeper discount. And if you've got the next slide, we can talk about that.
Actually, I don't have that on this particular presentation, but I think it's important that, you know, when people realize that, you know, you can take like a Tycoon Plus and 8,000 euros. Let's just round up to 8,000 euros with just transfer fees and everything like that. And you watch it turn into 60 or 70,000 euros in purchasing power potentially, you know, and then you can use them on our Deal Shaker network. And I'd love to have you talk about Deal Shaker because I know you're real enthusiastic. And by the way, I took this screenshot just a couple days ago. And let's just bring up the real website real quick, and then I'll just have you talk about Deal Shaker, if you would, Lee, and why Deal Shaker was a monumental moment in our company.
All right, I love Deal Shaker. I think I talk about it on live every single day. I love that this virtual, you know, this virtual platform. You know, 2 years ago when I started and I was accumulating all of these coins, it's okay having a coin, but if you can't spend it anywhere, which is some of the biggest flaws of all the other cryptocurrencies, that's why they're failing. If you've got a coin and you've got nowhere to spend it, then the value will always be very, very low. So what I loved about Dr. Ruja is she gave us the plan. She told us that we were going to go out, get our members, get the momentum, and then in phase 2, we were going to go to usability. And she has created this virtual shopping mall for cryptocurrency and it brings us together. It brings everybody together. If you are a miner or you are a business merchant and you have an open mind to take cryptocurrency, this is a platform where you are able to tap into the 3 million and climbing members that have these OneCoins, and you can do business globally at a fraction of the cost of what you would do on a normal merchant platform. And people who are online now have got to pay probably huge fees, you know, to be able to promote their business. And on here, it's free. For the time being, it's free. You can come on as a merchant and sell your products, receive coins which are not depreciating in value, actually coins that are appreciating in value. So not only are you a merchant that's got a network of 3 million and climbing, you're able to take a currency which is increasing in value, you're reducing your taxes and your outlay, and the security is probably increased. I mean, I could go on all day about it. And also another one is, you know, merchants lose a lot of money with fraud and back charges. So Deal Shaker is the intermediary. This is the company that allows us as the miners to use our currency that we've got a great discount and buy our goods and services and allow the merchant to get into our network and hold a cryptocurrency which in the future could be worth, who knows, maybe 10x, maybe 20x, who knows. But I do know this. What does the merchant want to do? Hold the US dollar, which is losing in value, or hold a cryptocurrency which is increasing in value with a network and a demand surrounded around it, which I've never seen in my life. So Deal Shaker is going to be an absolutely massive company, way up there like Amazon, eBay. I have no doubt about it. It's the first of its kind. And only in 10 weeks, I think, Tom, we got almost 13,000 merchants registered.
Yeah, I took that picture a week ago, and it's added 2,000 in just a week. 2,000 more businesses have joined. So for those that know what Groupon is, Deal Shaker is a lot like Groupon. The only difference is we are the first digital currency-based deal platform in the world. And by the way, Groupon became a $10 billion company. Groupon, I believe, if I go back to my slide deck, let's see, Groupon was
2 years, wasn't it?
Yeah, they did it. They did $1 billion in revenue in 27 months. OneCoin did it in 12 months. Okay, so I think that's pretty impressive. But Lee, thanks for covering that stuff for me, and we appreciate you being online.
Thank you, Tom.
I'm going to talk a little bit about how we make money. A lot of you saw the presentation. I walked through this entire presentation the other day and didn't realize I wasn't on screen share, so I'm going to do it for you again, and we're going to wrap it up on this today. But real quick, just to summarize, we've got a massive problem in the marketplace, okay, which is devaluing currency, people not getting to retirement with enough retirement dollars. We've got people that are going broke, countries that are going broke, municipalities that are going broke because the money that they're using is going broke. Are you starting to recognize a theme here? Okay, the money you're using is making you go broke. All right, and don't have to believe me. Just look at the charts and look at what it buys versus what it did 20, 30 years ago, and you'll know I'm right. Okay, and then I had a mentor that said to create a multi-billion-dollar company, find a massive problem and combine it with a massive solution. Well, do you think depreciating currency is a massive problem? Well, guess what my massive solution is? Appreciating currency that goes up in value. Okay, but to get people into this, it requires education. That's why we sell education, folks. That's the number one opportunity of this industry right now, because if you go talk to, say, 99 people, out of 100 people, how many of you know about blockchain-based technology? None. I mean, out of 100, 99 don't have a clue what we've talked about today. You all are on the front edge of something absolutely incredible, and you need to get excited about it. And the way you're going to get excited about it is by checking on everything that I'm telling you and getting into this business in a very big way, okay? Lee mentioned we had packages ranging from 110 euros up to 27,000 euros. When you sell one of those packages, folks, you get a 10% personal sales bonus, okay? When you build a team, if you decide to build a team, and you don't have to, okay, we'll pay you 10% on your team sales, okay? And then also on your performance bonus, let's say that I brought in Joby. Well, I'll do this in a minute, but we're going to pay you 10 to 25% on what other people earn as well. And then 40% of the pay that we give you will be in coin purchasing money so you can buy more coins. It's kind of like a retirement. Now, that's a real 401. That's a 401k right there to me. I love that, okay? And then on ranking recognition, we have the cash trips and everything that goes along with that. So let's look at the personal sales bonus. 10% on $3,900 would pay you $390. Okay, for some that's a month's worth of income right there. Okay, or a week's worth of income. 60% will be in cash. 40% will go into your trade account to buy more coins. Okay, and just remember, consumers trust friends more than they trust brands. So word of mouth is the best way for us to build our business. 92% of the people out there would trust their friend over a brand or an advertisement, okay? Now on the team bonuses, the network sales bonus, a business center has 2 sales teams. So when you sign up with us, you get 2 sales teams, all right? Every Monday, the sales volumes from each team are calculated unlimited levels deep. A business center earns 10% on the lesser of the 2 sales teams each week. And I'll explain that here in a minute in a graphic. And for those that understand this, non-match sales volume carries to the next period. That's actually a good thing. So if you don't know what that means, just chalk that up for good, okay? So let's look real quick at my diagram here. Let's pretend I brought Joby into the business, and he's my alpha team over here. He's my A team, okay? And then we've got Oshea over here is my B team. Now, I'd be retired today if I would have done that, okay? That would be 2 great sales teams to have right there. And I can only bring in 2 people front line. Anybody else I bring in. So if I bring in Tarun, I've got to put Tarun either under Joby's organization or under Lee's organization. Okay, and that we call that overflow in our business. That's overflow. That's a good thing. So when you have somebody above you that's actively building a team, you will have people fall into your sales organization that you didn't put there, and you're going to get credit for their sales volume. Okay, so let's say I just put Joby in here, and he went out and built a massive team, but I didn't build my other sales team. I'm not going to make any money. Not off network sales bonus. You got to have 2 sales teams built out, and guess what happens once you get each sales team to 15 or 20 people? Guess what naturally starts to happen? It just grows. Whether you want it to stop, you can't stop it, okay? When you have a 2x2 matrix like this, folks, and you can only put 2 people in, all of a sudden your desire is to help other people build their organizations. And the more people you help build, the more successful you become. This is unlike corporate America, folks. The person at the top in corporate America, their job is not to have you get as good as they are. They don't want you to be as good as they are because they like their job. So this is not, this is like anti-corporate America, if you will. Ours, we want people to start earning. I want Joby to make more money than I do. I want Lee to earn more money than I do, because you know what that means? I make a lot of money, you know? And so let's look at period number 1, week number 1. Joby's team does 12,000 in volume. Now remember, that can be one package, folks. Okay, that's not a big deal. Okay, that's tiny. Okay, and let's say Lee's team does 32,000 in volume. Let's say his team sells. You know, let's say each of these teams have 30 or 40 or 50 people on there. I know Joby's got thousands, and I'm pretty sure Lee does as well. Both of those guys have hit Emerald, which means they are really making really great money and growing big teams, okay? And so on Monday, the computer is going to scan the sales volume, and you're going to make 10% of Joby's side. So you'll make 1,200 euros for the week, plus personal sales commissions, any personal sales commissions that you've made. The next week, 20,000 is carried over from Lee's side. 12 minus 32 equals 20. And so you have 20,000 banked on Lee's team that you get to work against. So the next week, Joby's team, they come out big and they do 33,000 in sales volume. Again, that could be one package, by the way. All right. And then Lee's team does another 14. So he's got a total of 34. You're going to make 10% of Joby's side once again, because his is the lesser volume of the two. So on that Monday, you're going to make 3,300 in revenue. Now, remember, that week you went on vacation, you didn't do anything, and Joby and Lee were out there building their sales teams. You made $3,300 while you were on vacation, okay? So maybe you didn't make any personal sales commissions. The next week, there's 1,000 carryover from Lee's team. 33 minus 34 equals 1,000. And the next week, Lee's team does 69,000, or Joby's team does 69,000, and Lee's team does 28 or 27 plus the 1, so he does 28,000. That week, you're going to make 2,800. Okay, do y'all see how putting two sales teams in place could absolutely change your life? And by the way, we have people that are doing, I mean, you can do up to 350,000 per side in sales. So if Joby's side does 350,000 and Lee's side does, let's say, $1 million, okay, which is being done, folks, in a very big way around our company, you'd be capped at 350,000 because that's the max, but you would make 35,000 for the week. We have people doing that all over the world, okay? We have 25,000 people making 6 figures a year, okay? Now, results vary, and there's no guarantees, of course, okay? But if you get out there and bust your rear end and follow our system and plug people into these webinars, you too can build a global team just like I have in 10 different countries, okay? And so it's very important, folks. This is a powerful part of our pay plan. Let's say you just found Lee and you just found Joby. Folks, you could literally sit back and retire. These guys are building empires around the world. They actually work together, but they are building empires around the world. And it's really great to know that you literally could go out and find 2 people and you could be done. I mean, if you helped Lee and Joby build their businesses and that's all you did for the next 6 months, you could probably sit back and retire because these guys are building empires, okay? Now, if you thought that was good, it gets a lot better, okay? So let's look at this for a minute. This is called a matching bonus, and this is one of the most powerful matching bonus systems in the entire industry. This is why people in our company are making so much money helping others become successful. Now, if I bring in Joby into the business, I'm going to make 10% on whatever he makes because he's first level to me, okay? But let's say that over the next 90 days, I bring in 8 miners, 8 people, part of our community, and those 8 people make a collective income of $6,000, okay? Well, I make $600 bonus because I make 10% off of whatever all of them make, okay? Now, Joby brings in Lee, okay? I'm going to make 10% off of whatever Lee makes. Plus, these 8 people that I brought in, let's say they bring in a total of 22 people, okay? Just to give you an idea, I brought in over 300 personals, okay? So the person above me and 4 levels above me, they're real happy because they're making massive matching bonuses off of my sales team, okay? But 22 people make a collective income of 14 or generate 14,000 in income. Okay, that could be one person out of these 22, by the way. Okay, but out of 22 people, they make 14,000. I'm gonna make 10% off of all the people on Lee's level, and I'm gonna make $1,400 for the week. Okay, now the next week goes by, those 22 people have brought on 57 people. Okay, and I say let's just say over 90 days, 22 turns into 57 just to make it sound realistic. Okay. But what happens is this can happen in a week, and most people don't know that. I make 20%. So Lee brings in Tanya, and Tanya's on my 3rd level. I make 20% off of whatever Tanya makes. Now, do you think I know who Tanya is? Okay. Now, Tanya happens to be 3rd level to me, by the way. She was introduced by lady by last name of Ricard introduced a friend of hers who introduced Tanya. I did not know Tanya before she got in my business, and now she's building a global organization under me, and I make 20% off of whatever Tanya makes, okay? And so I'm very enthusiastic about helping Tanya get to $10,000 a week, because if she does that, that'll be my sailboat payment, right? $8,000 a month. No, I'm not going to have any payments. I'm paying cash for it. I can tell you that right now. But anyway, off those 57 people, they generate $42,000 in income total between all 57 of them. Okay, I make a 20% bonus on that. I make $8,400 for the week. All right, and then guess what? It gets better than that. Tanya brings in Lucille. Okay. And let's say these 57 others bring in 178 people total. I make 25% off of Lucille and all the other people on that same level. Let's say they do a collective income of $119,000 for the week. I make a 25% bonus off of that $119,000. My bonus for the week, folks, just on matching bonus on people I don't even know, is $29,000 a week. Do you realize that is the average median income of one person in the United States of America? I can make that in 1 week, okay? So I think it's pretty amazing when you look at this, folks, and you go, okay, wow. Now remember, this is for educational training purposes only. We're not making any guarantees or projections. These are just projections, okay? And I think it's important, folks, that you understand how the comp plan works, because when you see the magic behind it, and you realize you can build a global sales team with us, you could find one person in Mumbai who builds a 1,500 person organization. You know, I suspect Tarun and I9 and their team, they're going to build a 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 person sales organization under me. And it's going to be absolutely crazy how big it's going to get. Johnson from Ghana has introduced me to some amazing leaders. Okay. They're growing all over the world. Tanya had some people in Karachi and Islamabad and in Pakistan at the events. They're going to be growing a sales organization under me. These are all people, folks, that I have no idea who they are, but when they get paid, so do I. Okay, so I think that's a pretty cool thing. Now, we also have ranks and recognition. Your first goal is to become a Sapphire, which that means you help your team do 7,000 in volume. In business volume. Then you want to become a ruby, then an emerald, then a diamond, then a blue diamond, and then a black diamond. Okay, so we do have ranks, and we do make a big deal about these when people hit these different ranking recognition levels. So just a quick summary. No team building is required to mine coins. No auto ship is required, so there's no monthly drag on your bank account, if you will. Bonuses are paid every Monday, and I am happy to say this company has not missed a beat in just under 3 years. Okay, every Monday we've been paid accurately on time, which is a beautiful thing. As the coin value grows, as our community grows, folks, so does our coin value. Do your milkshakes grow in value with your milkshake company? Do your vitamins grow in value with your vitamin company? Your water filters? Your mobile phones, your power bills, okay? You know, none of those products grow in value, folks. Our product grows in value, and I love that about this company. It's two ways to make wealth. You know, a lot of people that want to go out there and push vitamins for commissions. Not me, okay? I can afford vitamins. I'll get them half price, thank you very much, at the nutrition store. But, folks, today, starting today, you can be your own bank. And I just tell people, I know, you know, when you look at what's going on with this incredible opportunity that we have, every single one of you are at the ground floor. 99% of your friends don't have a clue what we're doing. And I want all of you today, if you can, research Don Tapscott TED Talk video. And I look like a mad scientist with my hair today. I'm sorry about that. I realize I ain't even looking in the mirror. I'm going crazy here, you know. But I'm excited about being able to share this with you today. I am the mad scientist of cryptocurrency. I'm excited about it. But look up Don Tapscott TED Talk, and watch the TED Talk on blockchain-based technology and watch it again and watch it again and watch it again and realize that you are at the forefront of one of the greatest technological revolutions of your lifetime, and it will be you that prevents you from profiting from it, okay? We run the system for you 8 times a week. We will be back here in 4 hours and 10 minutes with another presentation. You know, I9, Angus, Danish, if you guys want to get people on the next webinar, you have 4 hours to grow your team. There are no excuses in our business, because if people watch this presentation and they don't get it, we can't help them. Those were the same people who saw email and said, I don't get it. You know, or they saw websites and they go, I don't see the opportunity here. I don't know why websites are going to be a big idea. It's like the person that looks at the mobile phone and says, no, I'd rather use a payphone. I just don't get the opportunity of mobile phones. Okay. Folks, we have money that goes up in value. What else do you need to understand? We have a technology that Richard Branson, that Peter Thiel, that Elon Musk, Tim Draper, Mark Andreessen, the biggest names in the technology industry are behind this industry. Okay, they love it. Mark Andreessen, the guy who invented the web browser, you know, he's the single largest investor in digital currency and blockchain-based technology. And so when your Uncle Bob or your Aunt Sally tells you that digital currency is a scam, look at him and say, well, why is Mark Andreessen the single largest investor in the industry? And they'll go, who's Mark Andreessen? And you'll make your point right there that you obviously don't know what you're talking about. And but move forward fast. Mach 3 with your hair on fire, folks. This is a great time. I know, Angus, you'll have a hard time doing that. But anyway, Mach 3 with your hair on fire. Joby, you too. Dana, you too. Tanya, you too. Ghana. Anna, Mach 4 for you. You got a big country down there. But great having you all online. Thanks for joining me today. I'll have this hosted on the YouTube channel tonight in case you want to show people how we make money. This is one of the first ones I've done in a while where I've talked about the compensation plan. But if you're hungry and you want to be one of the highest paid teachers in the world, this is the greatest industry in the world for you all to be a part of. Thanks for your time. Have a great day. Sorry we ran over, but you know, when it's about financial independence, we throw the watches out the window. It's only people who work 9 to 5 need to care what time it is, right? Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for joining us. See you back here in 4 hours.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you.
Bye, Dinesh.
Thank you.